Social media, be careful, folks. What you are tuning into, the stuff reads your algorithms, and it's going to put you into energy spaces that could impact your mind and your real life. Many people in social media are not really trained to deprogram from social media, especially if they're heavy in usage of it and interactive with it. Like if you find yourself going on every single day around the clock, talking to people you don't know in comments, having back and forth, having to block people. If you're into all of that stuff, then it is hard for you to detach from that and go into real life without taking some of that energy with you. And you guys got to be careful because there's so many community groups out here that pour into social media, and majority of them are negative, right? Like spaces that people go to just to vent or relate to something. So one of many examples, because there's millions out there, but one of many examples is negative relationships, drama, between men and women. I see it commonly on social media, and it's not even an algorithm that pops up on mine, but I see it commonly through people tagging me, or if I just scroll up and down. I mean, it's so common that I don't even have to look for it. It just pops up, and I don't even look into that type of stuff. So you could have a man, for example, who sees women and generalize women in a bad light, or a woman who generalizes men in a bad light because they've been hurt by an individual that they chose to be with, right? And if that's the case, most of them are not understanding those individuals are not reflective of the greater good of society. It's those individuals that they choose. So they'll go out into real life and take that same energy from a community of men and women who are bashing, the opposite gender, and go out here and look at people in the world like that. And when your vision is distorted and your energy is off, that's the kind of response you're going to get back. You are going to attract what kind of energy you give. It doesn't help if you're not in a positive space or speaking positive. So because of positive relationships are not commonly exploited on social media, this is what people see. And this goes across the board. Even if you watch your news, 90% of the news is negative. They don't go out here and talk about positive. So people are still trained from that. This is why you got people fighting over politicians and political parties and all this stuff going on, because their mind is trained to take in that negative energy, and then they can't separate it from what they're actually seeing in real life. So in short summary, be careful what kind of community spaces you allow your energy to go into, because if you really want positive, you got to surround yourself around positive, which means you might have to minimize some of social media or just make sure your algorithms are promoting positive. When I do a search, it has to be about positive stuff. I'm not going to search negative stuff. I'm not going to search gender bashing or political party agendas. All that, to me, is just going to continue to keep the pot stirred. So if you want positive, be that change. You got to control the narrative, or you be controlled by it. It's simple as that. Stay positive.